Hi my loves, welcome to today's tutorial. If you're new here, if this is your first time, this is Hetty's Crochet. So in today's video, you are going to learn how to make this easy crochet bag step by step, okay? It's very easy and I used a medium weight yarn, just a regular crochet yarn, okay? So this is how the handle looks like. Oh my god, I've forgotten the pattern I used, but there is a tutorial for it, so don't worry. This is an up close of the bag. I wasn't even done yet at this point, but I had to make the video, okay? And this is how the site also looks like. So let's get right into the video. So here are the materials you are going to need: a pair of scissors and some stitch markers. You're going to need about 4, a darning needle. You are going to use this to weave in your ends. And I'll be using 4.5 millimeter hook. That is even clear. I have 2 of that. This is also 4.5, and I got this not so long ago, but it's the first time I tried using this and it already came off. So I don't know, if you're buying a hook, make sure you know what you're buying, okay? I don't know, maybe I have to glue it back or whatever, but it just came off. And I really enjoyed using the other ones, the 4mm hook from this same group, okay? It was really nice. I tried using this and it just like that. So I can't use it anymore. I have to, I don't know, maybe glue it or something. But I haven't had any issue with this for years now. So know what you're buying. But this has a better grip, this one, and I really enjoy using it. But well, I guess you're going to be using this. So let's get started, okay? So I'm going to be doubling my yarn, okay? So to start, you're going to make a magic ring, okay? And to make a magic ring is very simple. If you know how to make a slip knot, that's just it. It's just like making a slip knot, but you don't close it. Oh, sorry. With a slip knot, you would have just closed it and it will be like this. But with a magic ring, you just hold your yarn like this, turn it over to form a loop, insert your hook from beneath, yarn over and pull through. That's just it, okay? So I'm going to hold on to this side very well and make a chain to secure a knot, okay? Now we are going to start with half double crochets. So to do that, you are going to yarn over, you are going to yarn over, insert your hook into the ring, yarn over, pull up a loop and pull through all loops, okay? Again, yarn over, insert your hook into the ring, pull up a loop, yarn over and pull through all 3. Okay, so we are going to make 12 half double crochets all in the same ring. So that will be my 3rd, 4th, 5th, 11, and the last one is going to be the 12th. Okay, so when you have your 12 half double crochets, you are going to hold on to the tail here. Mine is very short. Don't make yours too short like that, okay? And then you pull to close the space here, okay? Pull as much as you can to close it, okay? And then we are going to go into the first stitch that we made, the first half double crochet with a slip stitch. Okay, I'm sorry about the color, okay, but we are using other bright colors, so it will get better, okay? So this is where we have 12 half double crochets, okay? So we are going to bring in our other colors, right? We are going to chain up 1, make it tight, and then yarn over, and inside where you put the slip stitch, you are going to insert your hook yarn over, and pull up a loop. We are going to make a half double crochet, but before we yarn over and pull through all 3 loops, we are going to bring in our next color. Okay, and I'm doubling all my yarns, okay, all my colors. We're going to bring in our next color, and we are going to use this color to complete the half double crochet. So we are going to yarn over like that and then pull through all 3. Okay, and on round 2 we are going to put 2 half double crochets in each and every single stitch. So this black one is the first, the second one is going to be this color, and let me name the colors. Okay, let's name them black, white, and gray. Okay, I don't know how they are appearing on your screen, but let me name this gray, black, and then white. Okay, so we are going to put another half double crochet in the same stitch where we had the first half double crochet. So go in there and place your half double crochet. Oh, and make sure you are carrying the other color along. Okay, and then you pull through and you make a half double crochet. But before you pull through, you are going to complete that half double crochet also with a third color, okay, which is the white. So we bring in the white, hold it like that, and then complete the half double crochet with the whites. Okay, so yes, in the beginning it looks a bit difficult, but it gets way better with time. Okay, after the second round it's going to get very easy and very simple. Okay, so we are going to carry these 2 colors along. Whichever color you are stitching, you have to carry the other colors along. Like you have to yarn over them. Okay, but I'm adding this end so that I don't have to weave them in. But don't yarn over the tail. Okay, the one you started with. So we are going to make another 2 half double crochets in the next stitch. Yarn over, you go into the next stitch. Sorry, I'm even finding it hard to see the stitches, but okay, go in there, yarn over, pull up a loop, and before you complete your half double crochet, you change colors. Okay, now we have used up all 3 colors, black, gray, and white, so we start with the black again. Okay, so we complete that with the black. Okay, it tangles up a little, but like I said, it gets better with time, and you complete your half double crochet with that. So the next stitch is going to be black, but inside the same stitch, because I said you are putting 2 half double crochets in each stitch. Okay, and then you make your half double crochet, but before you finish, the next stitch is going to be gray, so you have to finish it with the gray. Okay, and now we are moving into the next half double crochet. We have 4 stitches now. Go into the next stitch, pull up a loop. Before you finish, you bring in your next color, because each color is going to have 1 stitch all the way around, whilst at the same time you are putting 2 stitches in each of the stitches down here, like the half double crochets. I hope you understand. It's like putting 2 half double crochets in the same stitches, but 1 color of each, and they follow each other: black, gray, white, black, gray, white. Okay, so go into the same stitch with the white. After white, what do we have? Black. So we pick up black, yarn over. Oh, sorry, just pull through. Now we have 2 in there, so we are moving on to the next stitch. Go in there, yarn over. After black, we have gray, so we drop black and we pick up gray and we complete it with it. We yarn over, we go into the same stitch where the black is, and we pull up a loop. Before you end the gray, you move on to white. I hope it's clear now, right? And then we go into our next stage with the white. We don't complete it. We bring in our black, It's not so difficult, but for the round 2, you have to be extra patient, okay? Else you will not be able to. It's fun. It gets way better when you're on round 3 going, okay? You just have to be a little patient with yourself on the round 2, which is what we are doing. For round 3 upwards, it get way easier. Trust me. Go into the next. So that is going to be the pattern until you get to this side. Okay, I'll meet you when I'm almost here. Okay, so continue with that. If you're finding difficulties, there is a way to slow down. I don't know, you have to go to settings and slow the video down so that it's much easier for you. Okay, you can watch it in slow-mo, which might be way better. Okay, if you don't understand anything, you are confused, you can just leave a comment and I'll do what to explain it for you. Okay, so let's complete that round and I'll be back when I'm almost there. Okay. So I'm almost at the last end and I'm on the black, so I'm going to yarn over, go into that and pull up a loop. And before I end, after black, we go to gray. So I drop the black, pick up my gray and complete it with it. And we are moving on to the next stitch, the last stitch. So we are going to go into that with a half double crochet, but we don't complete it. We drop it and move on to the next color, which is white, right? So you complete it with the white. And remember, we are putting 2 stitches in each and every single space, okay? So go into that same stitch with a half double crochet, and we are done with our last stitch, so we have to slip stitch. And because this is black and our next row we are going to start with black, so we slip stitch with the black. So that means we complete the last half double crochet with the black and we go into the first half double crochet that we had here with a slip stitch, okay? And make sure you are slip stitching over this as well. Slip stitch, chain up 1, make it tight and leave it. Okay, now this is what we have at the end of round 2. You have to have 24 stitches all the way around with 8 of each color. Starting from here, let's count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 for the black, okay, and it's 8 for the other 2 colors as well. So we are moving on to round 3, okay? So insert your hook. Now wherever you see black, you are going to put black. Wherever you see gray, you are going to put gray. Wherever you see white, you are going to put white. Okay. So after chaining 1, make sure this is not too tight. They have double crochet the first time because you are going to be slip stitching in there. Okay. But at the same time, on the round 3, even though wherever you see black, you are going to put black and that. But at the same time, you are going to make increases because we need to make this big. Okay. So we are going to be increasing. So what you are going to do is you are going to put 2 half double crochets in the first stitch, 1, and this time we ended the half double crochet with the black because we are going to make another one and we are not moving on to the next color yet, so it has to still be black. Okay, so yarn over again, go into the same stitch and make another half double crochet. Like I said, 2 half double crochets in the first stitch. So the first time we made will be 1 and this is the second one, and so we are done with the 2 in the first stitch. So we are moving on to the next color. Okay, so we change colors and that is gray. So we drop the black and then we pick up gray. Okay, and then we end the half double crochet with that so that we can go into the next color, and we enter gray with a half double crochet. So, and for round 3 too, it's going to be 2 stitches in the same stitch, 1 stitch in the next, 2 in the next, 1 in the next, 2 in the next, 1 in the next. Okay, 2 1 2 1 2 1. Okay, so we have 2 stitches in the first stitch, meaning the next one is going to be 1, the next one is going to be 2, which happens to be white. Okay, so since it is just 1, we are not going to complete it with the same color. We are moving on to the next color, which will be 2, so we change colors into white. Okay, and then we complete the half double crochet with that color, yarn over, and then go into white, which is going to be 2 stitches, right? So which means we complete the first one, go into the same stitch, and we don't complete the second one because we are moving on to the next color, which is black. Okay, so we complete it with black, and then we move into black with 1 half double crochet. Okay, so 1, and since it's just 1, we are going to leave it. We are going to move into the next color, and then we complete it with the gray, because after black it is gray. Okay, and it is even gray here, so you don't even have to go back to refer to the side anymore. And then we go on to gray. Okay, I've lost count. How many are we? 2 1 2 1. So gray is taking 2. Okay, so we complete it, we yarn over, go into gray again, but we don't complete it because we are moving on to the next color, because this one is the second one for it. Okay, we pick up the next color, which is white. We go into white with just 1. Okay, and since it's just 1, we don't complete it, we complete it with the next color instead, and we move into the next color, which is going to take 2. Okay, so 1 inside the same stitch, 2, and before you end the 2, we are moving on to gray, so we bring in our gray, and gray here is going to take only 1, so we go in there, we put just 1, and then because it's just 1, we are moving on to the next color, which you take 2. You end up half double crochet with the next color, and you go into the white with 2. I hope this is easy. I mean, it's very easy, and it's fun, right? Because if you follow slowly or you follow it well, it's easy. Now let's check. We have 2 here, 1 here, 2 here, 1 here, 2 1 2 1, and then we are on 2. Okay, this is clear, right? 2 1 2 1 2 1. We are trying to make it become flat, so that's just it for the round 3. You are going to continue like that all the way until you get to this end, and I'll meet you when I'm almost here. Okay, so I'm almost at the last end, and we put 2 here. So the next one is black, which is going to be 1 because there is 2 here. The next one is gray, which is going to be 2. Okay, so we pick up gray, finish our half double crochet with that, and then we insert our hook into the gray, and then we make a second one, but we don't finish. The next one is white. We bring in our white, which is going to be just 1, right? So we go into the white, we pull up a loop, and then we end it with black because we are going to slip stitch into the black. Okay, go into the first stitch here, and then make a slip stitch. Okay, chain up 1, and that is it. So this is what it looks like at the end of round 3. Okay, round 1, round 2, round 3. So we are moving on to round 4. Okay, and we are still making increases. We are going to make increases on each and every single row until it's big enough for us. Okay, so to start, we are going to yarn over and insert. Oh, I didn't slip stitch on this. Let me do that. Okay, so we have to grab the other colors and slip stitch. Okay, chain up 1 here. Now we are going to make 2 half double crochets in the same stitch. And this time for round 4, it's going to be 2 half double crochets and 1 half double crochet, and the next one is going to be also 1. Okay, 2 1 1 2 1 1. So we start with 2, the next one will be 1, the next one will be 1, and then we go ahead and make 2 again, and then 1 1, and then we make 2 again, 1 1. Okay, and also you do realize that it's already forming, right? The spiral is already forming. Okay, so you are going to put 2 half double crochets in the first stitch, go in there, pull up a loop and pull through, go in there, insert your hook, pull up a loop, and this time even the next stitch is still black. Okay, remember we on the round 3 we made 2 and then 1, so it's making 3 stitches of black here. So the first 2 is going to be black, and we only change colors when we have to move on to the next color. Okay, so 2, the next one is going to be 1, which is still black, and the next one is the gray, which is also going to be 1. Okay, so we end it with it, and then we go into gray with just 1. Okay, and we move on to white because the next color is white, and white 2, we have 2 here, and we have made 2 1, and then the gray is also 1, so the next one is going to be 2. Okay, so go into the white with 2, the first stitch, another half double crochet in the same stitch, you complete it because we are going to make another one in the second stitch over here. Okay, so 2 stitches, 1 1 2 1 1 2 1 1 2 1 1 2 1 1, like that. Okay, so this is 2 1 1 2 1. So the next one is going to be black, which is also 2. Oh, sorry, 2 1 2 1 1 2 1. Okay, the black one is going to be just 1. Okay, so before you move into the next, you complete it with the gray, which makes it 1, but the next one is going to be 2. Okay, and inside the same stitch, 2, and the next one is going to be 1. We change into the next white, okay, which is going to be 1. The next one is black, which is going to be 2. Okay, 2 1 1. So that black is going to be 2. Okay, and the next one is going to be 1. Oh, we are moving on to gray. The next one is also going to be black, 1, sorry. We move on to white, which is going to be 2 and then 1. I hope you are following. In the same stitch. So there is also another simple way that will not make you even a little confused. Okay, so after round 3, after making the first increases here, 2 1 2 1, on the next row every first stitch of the 2 gets 2. Okay, and the single ones here gets just 1. Okay, so you realize that the first stitch here got 2, the next one got 1, and the gray got 1 2, and the next stitch here, which is also an increase here, the first stitch here got 2, the next one got 1, then the black one got 1. The next one here, it was an increase, so the first stitch get 2, the next one get 1. Okay, you might not get it because we are still at the very beginning. So when you get to the next row, you see that when we get here, you are going to put 2, but this and this will get 1, including this one. And when we get here, we put 2. So it basically, like, we are only increasing on the first stitch of the increased stitches. Okay, let's get there. Let me not confuse you. So let me see, 2 1 1 2 2 1 1 2 1. Okay, so black is going to get 1. Then gray. So at this point, I can choose not to count again, but I know that this was an increase, so the first stitch of an increase is going to get 2. The next one is getting just 1. And this was just 1, so it's going to get 1 as well. And this was an increase, so I start with increase. Yeah, so whenever you get to where there is an increase, you start with an increase. That's just it. So we are on the black is just 1, so we don't bother, we just put 1 in there. The next one is gray, which is an increase, so we increase on the first stitch of an increase, right? Oh, what am I doing? Oh my god. Oh, okay, sorry guys. So we increase on the first stitch of the increased stitches. Okay, the next one gets 1. This is white, it's just 1 and 1 here too, so it's going to be 1 1 1 all the way up. Okay, and this is black. It tangles up a little, so you have to be a little bit patient with yourself, okay? Before you just give up, you get angry and give up. So this is an increase. So the first stitch of an increase gets 2, and the remaining ones get just 1. When we start with the next row, the next round, you understand it better, okay? But even if you are confused, the first explanation should do 2 1 1 2 1 1 2 1 1. But just make sure that you are putting the right color on the right color, okay? I'm almost at the end. And you guys, I'm trying to get to 10k subscribers before the year ends, okay? And we are in March. So if you find my tutorial interesting, or if this video is helpful for you, I would really appreciate a subscription, or at least a thumbs up, okay? Thumbs up goes a long way, okay? And I want to get to 10k. So you guys, if it's your first time seeing my tutorials, please subscribe, okay? So that you will not miss when I post my next videos, and you also become a part of the family, okay? So we are at the last end. You are going to slip stitch with the black, so we end with the black and you go into the first stitch here with a slip stitch, chain up 1. So we have brought round 4 to an end, and this is how it looks like, okay? You can see that these are the single lines and then the increased ones. So it's quite simple. We increase on the bigger stitches, the bigger, how do I even call this? I mean these ones, okay? We increase on them, but we don't increase on these ones, okay? So you don't really have to do any calculations because it's quite very easy. Let's move on to round 1 2 3, round 5, right? So we are going to go into the same stitch with 2 half double crochets, okay? Just the first stitch. The next ones are going to get 1 each, okay? Oh, we are moving on to the next color. Or if this confuses you, it's just the previous one was 2 1 1 2 1 1 2 1 1 2 1 1. This one is 2 1 1 1 then 2. So the single ones, the 1 1 1 will be 3, but it's just 2 in the first stage. Okay, so 2 1 1 1 2 1 1 1 2 1 1 1 2, like that. Okay, and the next row is going to be 2 1 1 1 1 1 4 ones, and then 2 4 ones, and then 2. Okay, that's just it. Or you just increase on where you see these ones. You increase on the first stage, and the remaining ones will be 1 until you get to this side. Like when you get here, you're going to put 2 in the first stitch here. The remaining ones get 1 until you get here. You put 2. They all get 1 until you get here. You put 2. It's that simple. Okay. So let's move on to the next color. I'm sure after this round, I can leave you to continue because I kind of believe I have really explained it well. So we are here. The first stitch is going to get 2. I just put 1. So the next one is going to go into the same. And the remaining ones are going to get 1 each until we get to this side, which we increase here. Okay. One. And then 1. But before you move, you might make sure you change colors. Just don't put wrong color on a wrong color. Okay. Just make sure you are putting the right colors on their corresponding colors. Okay. So we are here. The first stitch is going to get 2. Right. The next one, just 1. And you will do that until you have to move to the next color before you change. Okay. And do not skip any stitch. Okay. If you do that, you might end up with something else. Okay. This is just 1. So it gets only 1. And we are on an increased part. So we put 2 in the first stitch here. And the next one is just 1 1. Oh, sorry. Change colors. So I'm going to leave you to complete the round, and I'll meet you when I'm almost here. Okay. So I'm almost at the last end. So this is just a single line. So you're going to put just 1 there. You drop that, pick up the next color, which is gray. It's an increased part, so we put 2 there. Okay, in the first stitch, and the remaining ones are going to get 1 each. And we are now in the white, so we end it with the white, which is just 1. Okay, and then finally we do the slip stitch with the black, so we end it with the black, and then we go into the first stitch here, make a slip stitch. So this is how it looks at the end of round 5. 1 2 3 4 5. Okay, I can leave you to continue, right? It's already very clear, but let me start with round 6 and then I'll just leave you over there. Okay, I just don't want any confusion. Okay. So to start with round 6, as usual, we are going to chain up 1. Okay, make it tight. Put 2 half double crochets in the first stitch because this is an increased part. Okay, we always start with 2 half double crochets. Okay, 1 and then 2 in the same stitch. Okay, and the remaining ones are going to get 1 each until you get to the next color. So on this row, it's going to be 2 1 1 1 1 and then 2 1 1 1 1 2. Okay, so only the first stitch of the increased one gets 2. The remaining ones, they all get 1. And it's the same for each color. Okay. One, and then we are moving into the next color, so we pick it up, and it's just 1. It's a single, it's a thin line, 1 1. We are always putting 1 in there, so just 1. We are on an increased part, so the first stitch is going to get 2. Okay, but it's 2 4 ones and then 2 4 ones. Okay, if you are not okay with this explanation, you can use the first one. I've given you 2 ways to understand this. Okay, so choose whichever one is okay for you. Now I'm going to leave you to make this as big as you want, and when you are done, you are going to make another one. You are going to make another one that looks exactly the same. You are going to follow the same instructions and make a duplicate one. Okay, they're supposed to be identical. Okay. So I'm going to show you how it looks at the end. Okay, I have the first one there, so I'm going to show it to you right away. So this is what you'll be having at the end. Okay, so this is it. So you just have to keep going until you have the number of rows that you are okay with. But this is how it will look like, and this is how the back looks like. Okay, so let's have our 2, and I'm not even done with this row yet. Look at where I am. I'm going to finish that, and I'll be back, and then we can continue with the tutorial. Okay, so see you. So your work should look like this. Okay, I made a total of 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 rounds. Okay, and if you follow it correctly, you should have something like this. Okay, and I'm going to give you the measurement as well. This measures almost 7 inches, and you stretch it just a little, 7 inches. Okay, and that is just enough for me. So the next thing we are going to do is we are going to add a bone. I bought this from a fashion shop. Any shop that they sell fabrics and fashion stuff, you're likely to find this. They just have to say you want a bone and they'll get it for you. Okay, they have thicker ones, but this is what I got. Okay, I don't know, I think half an inch or so. Not even up to half. Okay, let me measure it from here. It's not even half. It's not even up to half an inch. Okay, very thin. And we are going to attach this to the tip of the bag so that it stays in place. Okay, and I've already done it on the other one, and this is how it looks like. Okay, so let's start with that too. So we are going to grab the end of the bone like this. You have to make sure it's long enough. Okay, and we are going to yarn over it. Okay, let me bring this down more so that's see it clearly. So I'm going to place it under, and I know the one I was doing, I started with black over here, but this is the second part of the bag. It's the same thing. Whatever color you start with, you're going to end up with the same design, so don't worry. Okay, so here is how you go about it. Do not cut any of your yarns, leave them in there. We are going to place this behind the hook like this. We are going to hold on to the yarn that we are using the color. So we are going to insert our hook into the corner where we made the slip stitch, yarn over, pull up a loop. This is still in place, but this is behind it, okay, and then make a single crochet like that. Okay, we are using single crochets, but we are still yarning over these yarns because we are still going to change colors, and we are still making increases. Wherever you see an increase, even though it's single crochets, make an increase, and make sure that this side is long enough so that it doesn't fall off. Okay, if it comes out, you might have to start all over. Okay, so keep it in place. You're going to put another single crochet in the same space because that place is supposed to be an increase. Okay, so another single crochet, go into the next stitch, insert your hook. We are still yarning over this. Okay, and make a single crochet, go into the next single crochet, go into the next single crochet, to the next single crochet. If your yarn is thin, you might want to triple it. Okay, so that the bone doesn't show. And now we are moving on to black, so we have to drop the white and pick up black and complete the single crochet with it. Okay, it's the same thing, it's just that this time it's single crochets. Okay, go into black, and the next one is gray, so we pick up gray now and complete your single crochet with it. Go into gray, and we are going to make an increase because we make increases in the first stitch. Okay, of this large part, so 1 and 2. Okay, go into the next single crochet, single crochet. So that is just it. After that, you see that it's just coming out so nicely, it's well covered. Okay, just make sure this side is long so that it doesn't fall off. Okay, you have to keep checking because once it falls off, it comes out. I don't know how you manage to put it back. You have to start all over or something. Okay, so I'm almost done with the other one, and I'm just going to show you how it looks like. In the end, when you go all the way, you should be having something like this. So I'm going to drop this one and I'll continue with this one. Okay, so let's put this aside and I'll show you how to end it when you get here. Okay, now let's quickly complete this and show you exactly what to do. So when you are about to get to the end, just leave a little space here, and you see mine is, it looks like it's folding up or something, so we are going to push this in a bit to make it stiff. Okay, it has to be straight and steady. Okay, so that it doesn't just fold anyhow. Okay, so push this in and make sure that it's holding it in place, and we are going to use a glue to glue this part after we are done pushing it in. Okay, and this side too, yeah, you want to be careful so that it doesn't fold at the end of the day. Okay, so you're going to stretch it up, make sure it's stretched enough because this yarn stretches a lot. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and grab my glue. You can use glue gun if you have, but this is what I have my hands on at the moment, and this is what I'm going to use. So I'll just put this up, and you want to make sure this side is a bit longer so that in the future it doesn't come off. Okay, and still make sure that this is tight. Okay, so we are going to pour some of the glue on top here, just small, because this glue that I'm using is very strong. Okay, and put them together. Oops, is this even going to work? Oh my god. Let's put them together and hold. Okay. I think guys, the glue didn't work. I don't know why. I thought it would be perfect, but it's too slippery, so it didn't work. Okay, so we are going to use plan B. And I don't know, I just wanted it to be, I mean, very secured, but since it didn't work, we are just going to go ahead and yarn over it. Since this side is long, we hope that it doesn't come off. Okay, so we are going to go in there and place this on it like that, and we are going to yarn over both of them. Okay, so go in here, we are yarning over this as well. One, there is an increase, so you have to make an increase over there, go into the next. You have to take your time. Okay, be patient, carefully make this work. Okay, but it's working. Okay, guys, I just realized that when you are done, something must actually hold these bones together, because they can just fold anytime, anyhow, especially after a long time. So I think we will go back. I'm so sorry. It's my first bug. Please forgive me. Okay. So we are going to cut this one here. You need a strong scissors to cut this. Okay. Since the glue has failed, I think we should use sellotape, even though I don't trust this rubber thing at all, but I think it's the only thing I have around right now, so I think it's okay to use it. So we are going to wrap it around it. Make it tight at least. You still have to make sure that this is quite tight so that you get the steadiness that we want. Okay. Okay. Let's cut it. So at least hold it in place. Okay. And I'll wrap some around this edge too. Okay, I think I have suffered to get this, but it's all good. Oh, where's my hook? So now that we have that covered, I think it's cool actually. It's maybe it's not gonna fall off. Like I'm thinking, I just wanted something very secured, but it's all good. Let's go. So we are going to continue like that. You need that side to be well covered. Okay, so I have to make it a bit tight. Probably put two there. Yeah. Okay, just to make that side really covered very well. We wouldn't want to be seeing tape in our bag. So let's add another one. And let's move on to black. Okay. The struggle is real, but it's all worth it. Okay. You're going to end up with a very beautiful piece. So I think it's all worth it. Oh God. Two. White. Oh, black. Okay, let's put two whites because we want that space to be covered very well. Okay. Black. And at this point, you are going to look for the first half double crochet and put a slip stitch, single crochet rather, in it. Okay, got it. And then chain up one. Yes. Oh, this looks really good, guys. Okay, I'm excited. Except that we put doubles here, so it's just the side looking a little bit weird, but it's all good. It's so stiff now. This is how the back looks like. So we do the same thing for the other piece, the other side of the bag, and then we can move on to joining them. Okay. Oh, I'm so excited. I can't wait to see the outcome. I mean, this is my first ever crochet bag. I've been crocheting for years and I've never made a bag. Okay, so let's move on to the other piece. I'll finish that off screen because it's just the same thing, okay? And we'll be back and we'll join them together. We'll make the base as well, so let's do that. So my two panels are ready. So when you're done, you're going to cut off these yarns. And this is what you should be having, okay? You're going to weave these ones in later on and these ones too. But let's weave in these ones first because we are about to put them together and we might not have access. So I'm just going to insert that into my needle and insert my needle into the stitches, then pull. Make it tight, okay? You can Do it for the last time, and then you can cut it off. You are going to continue with the base, and to do that you have to know how wide you want your bag to be. Okay, if either you want it very close or very wide, that depends on you. So you have to eye mark this, and you have to measure from this side to this side. Okay, so for me, I made 12 chains. Okay, so I already did that. I'm going to use the black for it, but filming with the black is quite difficult because it's almost impossible to see exactly what's going on. So I'm going to use the gray to show you. Okay, so you start with a slip knot, set your hook from beneath, and then pull. You're going to make it a bit loose. Okay, you're going to chain up 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, and 12. And that measures 3 inches. I think with the black it was 3, but this is a little bit above 3 when stretched a little. Okay, but I used 3 inches, right? So after that, you're going to go into the stitch, the last but one chain here, and put a single crochet, yarn over, and make a single crochet. You can put a stitch marker here if you know that when you get here you not know where to put your last stitch. Go into the next chain with a single crochet, go into the next chain with a single crochet, into the next with a single crochet, all the way up to the last one. Okay, and inside the last stitch here you're going to put a single crochet. Okay, you can use any stitches for this step. You can use half double crochet, whatever. Okay, but I chose single crochet because I want it to be very stiff. And I also doubled my yarn, I forgot to say. When you get to the last end, you are going to chain up 1, which count as first single crochet for this one. So you're going to skip this and go into the next one. Beside that, you turn your work, you put a single crochet in there. Again, you can put a stitch marker in here, the first chain. Okay, go into the next with a single crochet, go into the next with a single crochet, single crochet. And when you get to where the stitch marker is, you can take it off with your single crochet in there. Okay, see how stiff it is. Row 3, chain up 1, go into, turn your work, go into the next stitch, the single crochet, single crochet. So that's basically it. Nothing new, nothing else, just single crochets until it's long enough. And I'm going to show you how to make sure that you have enough. Okay, when you get to the stitch marker, you can take it out and put your last single crochet in there. I'm not going to use the stitch markers again because I know I've done this a countless times, so I don't need the stitch markers. Okay, they are going to keep going like that. You can even choose to use a smaller hook to make it more stiff and tight. Okay, so you're just going to keep going until it is long enough. Okay, Now here is how to know how long you should make this. You are going to grab your panels. You're going to grab your panels and you're going to just eye measure where you want the base to end. Okay, so I am going to attach it from this side up to this side. Okay, so from this side to all the way to this side will be the open space. So I'm going to attach it from here to here. I'm just going to put a stitch marker here. Okay, let me put it at the stitch before that, and then put another stitch marker here. Okay, so it's going to go all the way from here to this side, and this is very easy to mark because of the design. Okay, but you still have to count the number of stitches from this side to this side. So here is how I did mine. For this side we have 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8. Okay, 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8. Okay, let me skip the black. 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8, meaning each one of these ones have 8 stitches. Okay, so I'm going to just count 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8. So 8 multiplied by 8 will be, I think, 64 or so, but well, 8 by 8, okay, 64, right? So these ones will give us 64 stitches plus these lines. Okay, so 64, 65, 66, 67, 68, 69, 70, right? 71 and 72, because we are ending on the black. This one is not part. So 72 stitches, which means you have to have 72 rows. Okay, from where is the demonstration? Okay, you have to this and you have to count this one as well, the chain here. So 1 2 3 4 5. Now I made 5 here, so you are going to continue until you have 72 rows. Okay, so once you are clear with that, now we have I have my 72 rows here, and you are going to attach this to this. Okay, you are going to start off by this side. So you do not just cut this side, you make sure that you leave a long tail. That will be enough to cover from here to this side. Okay, so I'm just going to cut here, and I'm going to pull this out. This should do. Okay, so I'm going to start from this side, and I'm going to be using my yarn needle. Okay, so I'll insert it here, and I'm going to start off with this side. Okay. Now for each stitch you have to match it with the row. Okay, because the number of stitches all the way around is the same as the number of rows here. So first row goes with the first stitch, second row, which is here, goes with the second stitch, third row goes with the third stitch, and insert your hook. The next row goes with the next stitch. So you just have to be a little careful so that you don't mix them up. Okay, so that is going to be it. For you can also go into the first stitch. I'm going to try that and see. Go into the back loop. Sorry, I said first stitch, back loop only. I think I'll do that and see how it will turn out. I mean, if you're a crocheter, you're an artist, so you have to keep trying new ways to make things beautiful. Okay. Okay, that is also coming out nice. I think we should do it that way. Just the back loops only. Okay. instead of going through both loops, you just go through the back loop. There you have it. This is how it will look like. Here is how it looks like when you go through both loops, and this is how it looks like when you go through only the back loop. So choose one and deal with it. I think going through the back loop looks better. Okay, so I'm going to go all the way around and I'll update you when I am done. Okay, and then we'll attach the next one as well. So I'm almost done, and I'll go in here and go into the last stitch here. Go into it one more time to secure it. Okay, so this is how it looks like. When I got here, I ran out of yarn. It wasn't long enough, so I had to bring in a new one. So I'm going to join make a knot here and then I'll weave it in. Okay, so this is how it looks like now. So the next step is we are going to add this to it. So we are going to use the same method and do that. I've already attached the yarn here, so I'm going to just insert that. And you also have to make sure that you know exactly where you are starting and where you are ending. 1 2 3 4, 1 2 3 4. So it's going to start from here and end on this side. Okay, so I'm just going to go into the back loop of the first stitch here, and you have to make sure that this side is the inside and this side is also the inside. This is the outside and this is the outside. Okay, I'm going to go into the next row and into the first loop, the back loop. Okay, this time this will be our front loop. Okay, and in there I'm going to just pull, go in here to the front loop and pull. And this is how the loop the joinings in the back loop looks like. Okay, it looks like a stitch on its own, which is nice. So I'm going to do that all the way until I get to this point. Okay, so this is what we have at the end after attaching the other side. This is what we have. It's turning out so nice, you guys. And it's sitting right there perfectly, like it's giving exactly what I wanted. So we are going to move on onto the handles. Okay, so I have this old bag that I'm supposed to dump, but I haven't, and I found a use for it. So I'm going to detach this chain here and bring it to this my bag. Okay, so I'm just going to go in to this and cut. Oh, it's harder than I thought. Okay, and cut the side too. And now I have these two handles. So I'm going to attach this onto this side. Okay, I'm going to use my darning needle to do that. Pick this up and I'll attach it here. Okay, just make sure it's in the middle. Okay, I'm going to insert my hook from beneath and then insert it through and then pull it up like that. Okay, hold it firmly. I'm going to go over that one more time. Okay, I'm going to go into the next stitch. Inside the next. you should have something like this. Okay, we are going to tie this up. Just make sure it's neat, okay? And then you can weave them in like that. We'll do the same thing for the other side. So just repeat the exact same thing, and this is very easy. Okay, so you should end up with something like this. Okay, and that is if you are even doing the same thing as I am doing. Okay, and I'm going to go ahead and attach this. I made this strap. I'll make a video on how to make this strap if you ask. Okay, I wouldn't mind. So now we are going to set this through here and fold it just about an inch, and then we are going to sew it. Okay, okay, you have to cut the other yarns off, so I'm just going to go ahead and sew this to the black row here. Okay, so you just have to attach it. Okay, find a way and attach it, and I'm just going to cut this off. I just finished sewing, and it should look like this on the other side. Can also come this way, whichever way it's still cool, and you have to weave in these ones. Okay, so you already know how to weave in. Okay, so I'll do the same thing on the other side, and I'll be back. Okay, so this is how it looks like. If you want to know how I made the strap, I'll make a video, but other than that, I didn't include that. So let's just say this is the end of the bag. I just wanted to show you how to put the bag together. Okay, so I'll make a second part and a zipper, and maybe I'll show you how I made the strap too. Okay, so I made a bigger one, and I'm going to attach it to this side and onto this side, so that there is a chance to hold it in a short form if you want. Okay, then I'm just going to attach it to this side and attach it to this side, and I'll show you how it looks at the end of the attachment. Okay, so I'll do that and I'll be back. Okay.